WOCA.
Ocala.
Six minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. We have three pretty ladies in the studio. Four. Count around.
Oh, that's okay.
And we're going to learn about diabetes. There's a commercial on the radio that I heard the other day with Jerry Mathers. I don't know if you ladies remember Jerry Mathers. Do you remember him? From Leave It to Beaver?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, Brittney, you're too young.
I know Leave It to Beaver.
You remember Leave It to Beaver? You just don't.
He's the beaver.
Oh, okay.
So he was the beaver.
the
He was the
beaver.
beaver. Yeah, and he's older than me, but anyway. So he's got type 2 diabetes, and he says in the commercial, "I beat it, and I had a formula for beating it, and go to my website, and I'll show you how." And I didn't go to the website, but I know how radio works. There's probably some dollar amount you have to send to figure it out. Well, we have medical professionals right here that can tell you what to do about diabetes. Brittney Marthaller is with Ocala Health, and she has brought us many great guests in the past, and she's doing it again today. And Brittney, you've brought us Jamie Tondreault. Good morning. Thank you for giving me the tip on how to pronounce your name. You are the clinical nutrition manager at Ocala Health and over at the Diabetes Center.
Correct.
Over the Diabetes Center? Over the Diabetes Center. And Amy Freeman. Good morning, Amy. You are a RDN CDE.
I am.
It's over my head. Don't know what that means. A certified diabetes educator. Oh, that's the CDE part.
Yes, it is.
With Ocala Health and the head of the diabetes education program at the Senior Wellness Community Center. And we're talking about diabetes, period. Good morning, ladies, all three of you. How are you all?
Good morning.
Good.
Good to see you, Brittney.
Good to see you.
How come it's been so long?
I don't
Did I miss
know.
you one time?
I don't know.
Because we were away twice.
I know.
Were you
And
gone?
I think I was away once.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
so-
Well, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So, diabetes we normally associate with older, unless it's type 1, right? Also, overweight, right?
It could be linked, yep.
But not necessarily, right?
Yeah.
Everything we associate it with there could be an exception, right?
Always.
Always is an exception.
Yeah.
Wow.
That seems to be the trend.
So is type 2 diabetes usually later in life? And how late does it?
Well, there's been a trend for like teenagers and folks in their 20s getting diabetes. And again, it's...
Do you know you look like Taylor? What's her name again?
Taylor Swift.
Do you look like Taylor Swift?
Do I really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
With dark hair.
I'm going to have to take that on the
Darker
road.
hair.
Well, she used to have dark hair. Taylor Swift.
What is that song? Shake it up.
Shake it up.
Yeah, I'm hearing it in my head.
Shake it off.
All right, I'm sorry. I was Brittany will tell you I'm distracted by everything.
Juveniles
women.
and people in their 20s getting
They
type 2.
have been...
Thank you.
they've been like, if you want to call it an emerging market. And diabetes...
That is a weird way to call it, yeah.
Yeah, and again, we can kind of trace it back to how much they're eating and how much they're not exercising. So as that age group tends to get a little overweight, they do tend to
Posing.
get some. they do tend to have higher rates of diabetes than historically.
You said something right there that I wanted to ask you about. Who do we have on Run DMC?
Yes.
We have one of the guys from that group. Is that
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was on the phone to tell us that his father died of diabetes, so he wanted to start walking. He's had a walking program. You said lack of exercise. Is it as simple as that? If we just move around more, we won't get diabetes?
It can be.
It can be.
It can be. The World Health Organization came out with a statistic that pretty much knocked me off my chair. 70% of cases of type 2 diabetes can be prevented with a healthy lifestyle.
And that also includes food. And Jamie, that's where you come in on the nutrition end of it.
Well, Amy's our diabetes expert in the house. I kind of oversee I'm a dietitian as well, but I'm going to leave all the the nutrition talk with diabetes up.
And
to
Jamie
Amy.
does a
She's
lot
our
of the inpatient care as well at the hospital facility.
Yeah, I oversee both our inpatient and outpatient.
So who do we ask the sugar question to? Because oh, you're the sugar question. Okay.
Sure.
So what is the truth about that? Do we stay away from sugar? Do we stay away from honey? Do we stay away from maple syrup? Any of those things?
Or oranges. I mean, fruit because it
Yeah,
has
even
sugar
natural
in it.
sugars. Yeah, like that.
Okay, well, that's kind of a loaded question.
Is it really loaded?
It can be as easy as try and get your foods again from the perimeter of the grocery store, which means if we're going to have a sweet thing, yeah, the oranges would be a better choice than the orange juice, which would be a better choice than the orange flavored Slurpee. If you want to take it like that. So an easy kind of rule to use is to just choose the food that's less processed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the sugars that occur naturally in fruit are okay.
Again, there's still, if you have diabetes, those folks know, yeah, it's still going to increase my blood sugar.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
that, again, that would be a better choice to get that sugar from your fruit than drinking a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi
Okay.
or whatever. you
So it's
wanna
better
choose.
than the sugar on the Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
way to put it.
One of the new words we're learning is gestational diabetes, and we're told that it can go away, but you should still worry about it.
Again, gestational diabetes, once the baby's born, if it's true gestational diabetes, yes, blood sugar will come back to normal. But you always want to ask yourself, especially if you're the person with type 2 or with gestational diabetes, did I have diabetes before my pregnancy? And is this
Oh, I
the
know I
time that it
didn't.
just happened? Is this the time that it just happened it was caught when I happened to be pregnant?
Oh.
So most
Now I'm
physicians
grasping
or your OBGYNs, once you have the baby, they're going to pull you back in. They're going to check your blood sugar again to see what's the deal, what's really going on.
So Jamie, what do you do actually at the diabetes center?
So we had a 1.5 year absence before we found Amy. So I was in charge of overseeing that we were meeting all of our credentials. We're an accredited diabetes program with the American Diabetes Association. So make sure we're meeting our standards of having the appropriate documentation of all our patients and gathering all the data, making sure the appropriate people were teaching the classes, having our appropriate advisory panel. And then Amy luckily swooped in with us in June and was able to kind of take over with her diabetes expertise and teach the classes, as well as she helps support our bariatric program at the hospital and all of our community programs that are involved in nutrition
And nutritional counseling.
and outpatient nutrition counseling.
Do somebody with diabetes come to you for answers to their questions? Is that what the center is for?
So yes, Amy gets referrals from physicians in the community. It can also be through word of mouth, through being more housed at the Senior Wellness Center. Just through some of the other classes that are going on there, they get information from their friends or
Right.
they're at the center. So with our doctor's referrals, we can have some insurance coverage and. Then the patients will come see Amy either for some group counseling, for some one-on-one counseling, and in addition to diabetes, we're also see renal people with kidney disease, heart disease, obesity.
So do you see people who have reversed it? Do you have reversals, cases of people who had it and don't have it anymore?
It's interesting you should ask that today, because I got a call yesterday from a fellow who went through our diabetes education program. And those who have diabetes are going to know what an A1C level is. It's basically a marker of how much sugar stuck on your red blood cell. The higher that
really?
number, the higher your estimated average blood sugar. When he came into the classes, he told me his A1C was 11.3. That's very high
That's very
for
high.
someone with diabetes.
Okay.
He called me yesterday, so very excited, because he dropped his A1C from 11.3 to 5.2.
Is that healthy?
That is excellent.
Very good.
That is excellent, because an A1C of 5.2 is pretty much his blood sugar went back to normal.
Oh, wow. So we all have an A1C.
We all have an A1C.
What's the normal range of an
The normal range for someone without diabetes is less than 5.4. That's a pretty good range to be in.
And
And,
so
and I
he-
mean, his was so low. And he's like, you know what I did? That very first day of class, I started walking. And I just kept it up. And every
So
week.
wow.
Yeah, he
That's
just
a
increased
testament
his
to the whole
walking.
walking thing. Well, the other day was National Hiking Day. And
All right.
so I went to this website called floridahikes.com, I think was that what it was. And there's so many hiking trails right here. I mean, you don't need
Right
you don't need a
here.
trail. I mean, we see people walking in the mall, but
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like seeing something to look at, you know. And
Yeah,
take
some
a-
fresh air maybe.
Well, there's a lot to look at. Look at the shoes and the little dresses.
That's right.
Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret has some nice pictures. They got some nice posters.
The mall is a great place to walk. You're in a climate controlled environment,
Right,
so for
right.
people maybe have issues breathing and things like that, having that
But isn't-
set temperature control. But me personally, I like
So
getting the
many,
fresh air.
so many things you don't realize. Just walking my fix, right? It's just amazing, right? We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. Brittney Marthaller is here from Ocala Health, and she has invited two guests, Amy Freeman and Jamie Tondreault. They are here from also from Ocala Health and the Diabetes Center. We'll take a break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Thursday, more clouds and sun, warm and humid with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm around into the evening hours, the high 81 to 85. Lingering clouds late tonight, those 66 to 70. Tomorrow, clouds and some sunshine. There may be a shower along the coast, the high 78 to 82. For Saturday, mostly cloudy with a chance for showers, high 79 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Join us downtown for a truly wonderful Ocala tradition, the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala, on Saturday, November 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. The highlight of the evening will be the lighting of downtown Ocala and the 42-foot Christmas tree at 6:30. There'll be live entertainment, crafts, food, children's activities, and of course, a visit by Santa. And you can stop by the WOCA booth and register for your chance to win a brand new big screen LED TV. So come, be a part of the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara,
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
All right, we've been having fun, and we really haven't asked some of the important questions about diabetes, so let's make sure we do that. Amy Freeman is in the studio with Jamie Tondreault. They are talking about diabetes, and they're from Ocala Health and the Diabetes Center. And, of course, Brittney Marthaller is in here. We wouldn't have the other two ladies if Brittney wasn't here, because Brittney brought them here. So let's see. Let's do Diabetes 101 or whatever, okay? What do we feel different? How do we know we need to go ask a doctor about if we have diabetes? What are we feeling like?
There's some hallmark symptoms, and if you ask someone who has diabetes, well, how'd you know?
Yeah.
Usually it's not the physician that catches it. Usually someone tells them who has diabetes, I think you have diabetes. So
Really?
what are they?
Really? So
Frequent
somebody else can
urination.
tell?
Yeah, those who have diabetes, they know what it feels like. They know how theirs was diagnosed.
Okay.
So if someone comes to them and says, well, you know what, or if they notice someone using the bathroom more frequently, excessively thirsty, like you just took a drink and you're still thirsty, so you take another drink, and as the day goes on, you're drinking like a gallon. I'm not kidding. I have people who've told me they've been drinking gallons.
Really?
Those are signs of diabetes. Frequent infections, maybe getting the cold or some other upper respiratory thing, getting those more frequently. If you have a cut, it doesn't heal as quick as you think it should.
Really? Okay.
Those are all signs of blood sugars not being well controlled.
Can animals get diabetes?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, okay.
Dogs and cats, or I don't know if birds, I haven't heard about that, but dogs and cats, and I think horses.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not a veterinarian, so I have to throw in a disclaimer on those.
So what is when people take insulin, what does that actually do?
It lowers blood sugar. That's insulin's job, whether it's coming from a vial and syringe or an insulin pen or an insulin pump, or whether it's coming from our very own pancreas. Insulin's job primarily is to lower the blood sugar.
And what does walking do that fixes the problem?
It helps our body use the insulin better. So it makes our cells more responsive to the message insulin is telling them to do, which is open up your little doors on the cell, let the sugar come in, so blood sugar lowers.
Okay, so we need a certain amount of blood sugar. So why?
Yes, we do. We need some blood sugar.
All right, so why? Okay, I was driving around a guy one time. He was buying a car. He was an older guy, and all of a sudden he said, "Larry, I got to stop. I got to get a candy bar. I can feel it." He gets a candy bar, and it was a pure sugar, and now he feels better. Why? Why did he need that? I don't understand that. You would think that would be the opposite effect.
Again, folks with diabetes, sometimes they're on medication that the medication's goal is to lower blood sugar. So if you maybe skip a meal or you kind of live by the seat of your pants, your medication doesn't know that. It's going to work when it works. So if you're not in tune with when your medication works and kind of match up when you take your medications to when you eat, yeah, you can fall into that and get some low blood sugars.
If it's not checked, what happens?
Then that person doesn't know what their blood sugar is.
But I mean, do they die? I mean, does diabetes kill you?
Well, diabetes can kill you. It kills worldwide. I actually have a statistic. Worldwide, 5 million people die from diabetes. That's the population of Georgia. So if you
I'm staying in Florida. I'm not moving there.
We were told that Ocala Health has a diabetes education program. Can anybody attend this program? Or do you have to be diagnosed with diabetes or be a caregiver of a person who has diabetes?
Well, you do have to have diabetes. One, especially if you are having it reimbursed by your insurance. They're not going to pay for you to go to diabetes education if you don't have diabetes.
Okay.
So that's kind of a prerequisite. Folks who do come, they're encouraged to bring a guest with them because 4 ears are better than 2 ears. So that's kind of how they get in. Do you need a physician's referral or a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant? Again, that's so me as a dietitian knows that after you get all this information from the diabetes education class, there's someone else out there to help you manage it, being your other healthcare providers.
Go ahead.
I was just going to mention that video. Robin and I are judges in the Student Media Festival every year, and there was one year there was a young girl, and she had type 1 diabetes, and she had one of those pumps. Or something attached to her or something, or anyway. And so she made this video because she was trying. She was really good at video making too, by the way, and she basically wanted her classmates to know it's nothing to be weird about, and there's no reason to bully me because of it. So is that common? I mean, are the kids bullying other kids because they have I guess if it's a younger person, we get bullied for everything at that age, right?
That's true. Well, if you want to go back many, many years, when I was a kid, one of my friends had diabetes type 1, and she had to bring all her supplies to class. And, this is before we knew that you didn't mix blood with other people. And we all checked our blood sugar with her meter. We just thought, coolest thing. Yeah, that's what we do at recess. We check our blood sugar. Nowadays, they say, no, don't do that. Use your own meter and don't share it.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So, like you said, kids get bullied for everything, but even adults. Even adults are somewhat hesitant to tell other people that they have diabetes or to tell other people that they use insulin.
So the A1C number that you talked about before, is that what that device checks?
That device actually checks blood sugar. And A1C is usually something you go to.
You
a
can't do
lab
that
to
yourself. Okay.
You can. There's mail-in A1Cs, where you can do it at home.
I see.
But the way I figure, if you have insurance is going to pay for that. Why buy your own kit?
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Save a few
That
dollars.
makes a lot of sense.
If
yeah.
a person is in totally great shape and they run marathons, they swim and do all that, can they still get diabetes? Oh, they can.
Yeah. Part of diabetes is also genetics.
Oh.
Most of diabetes type 2 is influenced by our lifestyle, how we live, what we eat, our exercise patterns, things like that. But again, there is genetics that plays a role as well.
Brittney, do you know my nephew, Christopher? He did the Ironman thing, the swimming and the golf, the bicycle, and then a marathon.
Yeah.
I said, holy cow.
He's with Marion County Fire Rescue.
Oh, yeah,
so he's
holy
in good
cow.
shape.
I just can't imagine doing that. I have to walk to the car and I'm out of breath.
It takes a lot of training to do that.
Is this a problem in Marion County? Do you see more diabetes in our county than otherwhere in the state?
We're pretty much on par with our surrounding counties. We are about, if I remember my statistics correctly, we are above the average if you just average out Florida.
Oh, okay.
Is it
so
because
that's
we've
good.
got more older people here? Is that why? Oh, yeah?
Most likely,
Yeah, probably. Okay. So before we say goodbye, I want to make sure that our listeners can utilize the services that you provide. What do they do? How do they do that? Do they call you or?
They can call the Senior Wellness Community Center, which is 352
Okay.
401 1338.
What was the last 4 digits?
1338.
1338. Okay.
Or they can pop in, just stop on by and say hi.
And where are you?
Where are we?
The address?
9850 Southwest 84th Court.
Okay.
And it's in Suite 500 of the Friendship Commons. It's right before you would enter on top of the world. So it's not too far off of State Road 200.
Oh, okay.
But that we're in the Friendship Commons complex there.
Okay. And so let's see. So let's leave it with this. What would you do to change your life today? Just stay away from sugar a lot, right?
I
Walk
would
more.
say one thing you can do right now after the show's over
Yeah.
is go outside and walk 15 minutes.
How am I going to do the show?
There you go.
Add that to your
You can
agenda.
just walk around the room.
Oh, do artificial sweeteners play a role in people getting diabetes? Should we stay away from those artificial sweetener packets like Sweet and Low and all that stuff?
Again, my bottom line rule for most folks is try to choose unprocessed foods. And that would fall into
Oh, the unprocessed foods category.
Do vegetarians or vegans get diabetes?
everyone. Diabetes doesn't
everybody?
discriminate.
Okay.
Everyone gets it.
I just thought maybe if I could give up meat. Thank you, ladies. You were great. Brittney, as always, thank you for bringing us some great guests, and it's good to see you again, by the way.
Thank you.
And Jamie Tondreault, you didn't say much, but thank you for coming in.
I'm here for moral support.
Oh, is that right? And of course, Amy Freeman, thank you for the great information and for what you've chosen to do. Robin will put the video up on YouTube and Facebook, and also the information, the contact information, etc. It'll be there by 2:00. Okay. Share it, listeners. Share this with somebody. Somebody you love will be better off by having this information. That's our hope, anyway. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.